Sunny ways, my friends. Sunny ways.
You sneaky. You're running as an outsider.
I am an outsider.
We have recently switched to drinking water bottles out of when we have water bottles out of plastic. Away from plastic towards paper, like drink box water bottles. So that
well, Lottie frickin' God!
You're ready to fight, aren't you? I can feel
I intend to resign as party leader, as prime minister.
Is this true?
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Mr. Prime Minister, will there always be a Canada?
There will always be a Canada.
All right, elbows up.
Elbows up.
It's like people only do things because they get paid. And that's just really sad.
So the answer to that is to stop being stupid.
My great pleasure to introduce my husband, the Prime Minister who will make Canada strong. And Canada for!
I can't do it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Thank you. It will be an honor to continue to fight for you and to be a champion of your cause as we go forward.
Let's fucking go.
Knock it!
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Fringe. Welcome to Friday Night Fringe here on the channel. Boy, it's been a week. We have a lot to talk about. In fact, better show tonight. We're going to keep it positive. We're going to try and keep it as positive as we can on tonight's show. I know the Fringe has been overwhelmingly negative, and I have, but people say positively negative. We're going to keep it a little happier this week. We've got good things on the horizon, so let's talk about those tonight. Of course, joining me tonight, the beautiful Mrs. Fringe. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. I gotta get started. Look, an honorable mention right off the bat. Raptor guy with a $5 super chat to the tune of Eminem Without Me. You don't have to sing. Don't worry, I won't. Guess who's back? Scream and shout. Poilievre is in the house.
I guess we're gonna talk about week, right?
We're gonna talk about Pierre tonight. Hey, look, Master of Snatch is in here. Positive Friday Night Fringe. Got to show those comments. We're happy to see a positive show. I think it's going to be a good show tonight. So stay tuned. Let's get a good old-fashioned roll call going on. Let me know where you're watching from. Let's get one viewer from every province in the country watching, and let me know where you're watching from. If it's your first time here, let me know in the shouts in the comment section. And if you're from the United States, let's see how many states we can get in here as well. We've got Paul starting it off, kicking it off. We got Paul coming in from Philadelphia. We love Paul. He's wonderful. We love our American viewers. A lot of people don't like when I do Donald, but I don't care. We're doing the Donald anyway.
A lot of people love when you do too.
I got to tell you, a lot of people love it as well. They think it's the best. They got lollipops. They hang around. They love it. Welcome into the stream. We got Squid coming in from Calgary. We've got Hayden coming in from Calgary as well. David Brewer is joining us from Springfield, Missouri. Welcome in. Great to have you back. We've got Rodney coming in from Newfoundland. Carney's coming in from Calgary with the hey. Tiffany, welcome in. We got Nelson joining us from New Brunswick. Mystical's back in Calgary, but missing Lethbridge. Glad to have you in here. We got Greg coming in from Edmonton. Reg is joining us from good old Spruce Grove. Carol and Gerald are joining us from Calgary once again. Allison's joining us from High River. Mike, Freedom Honey, telling everybody if you're early voting, go vote for OSB. In that good old Battle River Crowfoot riding. Welcome into Mike Freedom Honey. We got something to talk about with Mike coming up. Stay tuned for that. Matt is coming in from Niagara. Welcome in. We've got Justin from Nova Scotia. We got Lynn joining us from Calgary. Ingrid and Charlie are joining us once again from Okotoks. Shout out to our mods. You guys do a fantastic job. Brian's joining us from Winnipeg. We've got Addison coming in from Newmarket, Ontario. Bueller. Don't want to make fun of your name. I'm just having some fun.
No.
Just having some fun. Watching from Innisfail, Alberta. We've got Leah coming in from Bancroft, Ontario. Laura's joining us from Calgary. Back of the bus is at the front of the show from Rocky Mountain House.
Love
Welcome
Rocky.
in. Linda's coming in from Featherstone. Rodney is joining us as well. Sorry, I thought I saw a city name in there, but it's still good to acknowledge
It
Rodney.
is, yeah.
We've got Vanessa coming in from Castor, Alberta. Carson El Gringo Grande says it's his first time here. Liar. Let me tell you something about Carson. Carson's a wonderful man. He hangs out in Puerto Viagra. Wonderful place. Nice place in Mexico.
Wonderful.
I think a lot of people should go back to Mexico. But Carson hanging out on the other side of the wall. He's here a lot, okay? He's here quite a bit. He's a nice guy. Thank you for lying. Welcome to the stream. Carson, thank you for joining us once again. Always good to have you here. Lisa's joining us from Airdrie. We've got Davinator coming in from Lumbee, BC. Joe's coming back in from North Montana.
Wow.
Oh, welcome back in, Joe. It's good to see you. Joe got a nice little vacation.
Yeah.
God, I wonder what that feels like. Tom is joining us from the wonderful state of Iowa. Welcome in. We got Mike coming in from the Peg. We've got Michael joining us. Is that Kirkland, Washington? Washington State is so gorgeous.
Oh, it is. It's beautiful.
I always talk about when we went to Grand Mound
I would definitely do it again.
Great Wolf Lodge. It was amazing.
Maybe not the Great Wolf Lodge.
I really want to go to, is it Astoria?
Astoria,
where they
The
filmed the
Goonies.
Goonies. I really want to go into Oregon and
We
check
were
that out
so
next
close.
time. We almost did it.
So close.
Lisa's joining us from Surrey, BC. Guys, I got to get caught up in the chat. I see Nova Scotias. I see USAs. I see all kinds of people.
Love
Holy, what a
it.
scroll to get back in the chat. Stephen chiming in with a $5 super chat. Wouldn't Wolverine be more intimidating in X-Men if he said something, if he said a boot more often? We're going to get into that tonight. I kid tuning in from Great Lakes. Thank you so much. The word a boot. I had a lot of people reaching out asking me, hey, Fringe, did you watch the JJ McCullough video talking about Alberta? Talking about Alberta Independence? No. Look, first off, I have to apologize because I was in the chat before the beginning of the stream. I get a little aggressive when I give my opinion sometimes. Certainly never want to poo-poo on anybody who watches those videos.
Everybody's welcome to their own opinion.
I do not like JJ McCullough, and I can't stand watching him because I don't know if he's Newfie or what he is, but he always says a boot. And it's not how Canadians say about, but it gives us a really, really bad name. It really does. They make fun of it in South Park. This is not about democracy. This is about what's fair. We don't say a boot. Newfies say a boot.
Yeah, but they have quite the accent too, though.
If you ever want to know what a really thick Newfie accent sounds like, go and watch Snatch and listen to Brad Pitt talk.
Yes.
My brother-in-law.
I like Diggs.
You like Diggs? Actually, I like Diggs. He's my brother-in-law talks like that. He's from Newfoundland, but Newfoundland is a very small tail end of Canada.
Yes.
It's not the entire country, but it always gets messed. You can see there's Big C coming in. I'm not your buddy, pal. I'm not your pal, buddy. We're going to watch the JJ McCullough video on stream. We're going to talk about it tonight, just so that everybody gets my opinion. Because, boy, if that's one thing you need, it's more of my opinion, isn't it? We're going to watch the JJ McCullough video because I have to see how bad it is. In fact, I started to watch it before the stream.
I was like, oh.
A lot of people have reached out and asked if I watched it. And right off the bat, he made an error. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And we're going to put the boots to JJ McCullough. Somebody said something. I saw Fringe in capital letters, and now I missed it. It's that's how you sound to us, though. Well, listen, I don't say a boot, buddy. I don't do it. Now the Canadian government has apologized for Brian Adams on several occasions. Yeah, we're gonna be sticking the boots to JJ McCullough.
Well, let's start with what we are really here for.
Do you know what we're here for, folks? I got to be honest. The whole reason I'm upset is because I got a fever.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
Luca, $5 super chat. Glad to see you guys. I think Megatron needs to join the set. Let's chat about this one pending Mrs. Fringe's approval. Listen, I've been looking for a long time for a Generation 1 Megatron, the one that turns into the handgun. Yes. It was my favorite as a child. I love it. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite Transformers. I'm gonna try and get my hands on it at some point. Let's
you have talked about that a lot.
What's this? Sean saying I got blocked on Threads by Tommy the Commie.
Oh,
Tom blocked me on Twitter, and I've never even engaged with the guy. He's afraid. He's afraid of Albertans while he's gloating that he thinks Alberta Independence is dead. We'll be talking about that tonight too. Let's not stall any longer, guys. I get rambling, and we miss out on what everyone's actually here for.
Yeah,
the memes.
We are here for the memes.
Good news for anybody going out into the woods. You can now get your jab. You can now get your jab to prevent the spread of fires. It's just one. Help your neighbors out. Help your friends out. Stop the spread. Make sure you get it today to protect our forests. I think OAO sent me this one. He did. Yeah. The OAO hour here on the channel. Snow, the $5 super chat. If you're watching that video, you need to use
the Peter Griffin.
You need to use the Peter Griffin voice when commenting on it. You know what really grinds my gears? You know what really grinds my gears with JJ McCullough? Raptor Guy, $2 super chat. My first Megatron was the T-Rex. The Beast Wars.
Very cool.
Was that the Beast Wars? I can't remember if it was or not. We've got to keep in mind, again, folks, one thing I didn't mention earlier, since we've got our viewers in here, 1,000 likes tonight. Let's do a giveaway. We've been trying to do it for a couple of streams, and you guys don't want free stuff.
Where's Derek to wish us good luck?
Where's Derek to say it's not going to happen? Where is he? Justin with $2 super chat. That meme hits me hard in Nova Scotia. Yeah. I'm sorry. Don't worry. Arctic Ian comes in with the giggity. Let's keep it going. So don't forget to get your jab so you can help the woods out. And just in case you're sore from keeping your elbows up, you can get Rub A535. This one coming to us from the National Roast. Elbows up, aches down with Rub A535. So not only have you fallen and you can't get up, but you can get some medication now to help your poor elbows. Joe asking how many likes are we at? I'm not 100% on that one, Joe. But again, 1,000 likes. We'll do a giveaway, one item of choice to any random viewer on the stream. At our drawing, we'll completely randomize the old wheel of fortuitousness to find one person to get a free item from our shop. So get those likes in, folks. Hit the like button below the video. It's absolutely free. We talked about on this stream that Mark Carney's reign isn't going to be very long in the House of Commons. We're going to get into that tonight. A little bit of positivity again going into the fall. Mark Carney, of course, celebrating the newest release of his new book, Mind Values. Mind Values has come out in case you guys need to get a copy. Again, don't give Mark Carney your money. Go and get it from a library. But Mind Values, I don't know. I heard Mark was into book burnings at one point. Maybe, I don't know. He's missing his mustache down here. He's got a little mustache. He's missing on Mind Values. But this would be a bestseller, I think. At least for the Liberals who have their elbows sore and need their A535. If you're in the Ontario region, namely Toronto, if you're going to be in the Toronto area, watch out for Gaza Fest, Saturday, August 16th, with special music guests DJ Pots and Pans. Free admission with Canada's Strong Pass. No Jews. Starts at 6 p.m. Free parking, free smoke bombs, brain dead, repetitive chanting, strict Kifa dress code. It's at Fundy National Park in New Brunswick. Sorry, I thought it was in the Toronto area. Just keep in mind that if you guys are going, no Jews allowed. So don't go to Gaza Fest.
New Brunswick, are you allowed to go in the woods there?
No, you're not allowed to go. No, New Brunswick hasn't said anything about the news yet.
Not yet.
Carson El Gringo Grande coming in with $5 super chat, free memberships at 500 likes, and I'll match Fringe's giveaway at 1,000. Wow, very generous of Carson. I know it's his first time in the stream, but Carson, he's a wonderful guy. That's 2 giveaways tonight, folks. Yes. If we hit 1,000 likes, let's see if we can get there. God, you guys, you gotta want free stuff, don't you? Let's do 2 giveaways tonight. Raptor Guy, $5 super chat. I'd rather sooner read Steve Dangle's "This team is running my life" than any Mark Carney book, or ruining my life. Sorry. I've read Values, and I got to tell you, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But it paints a picture of what we can expect. I do like this when we talk about immigration.
I think you need to say we have nothing against the Jews. I'm seeing in the comments that it's like, hey, I'm Jewish. What do we have against the Jews? We don't.
I spoke up for the Jews this week. I got no problem with the Jews.
Absolutely not our opinion.
Guys, their memes, we're all just showing memes here. Don't get everybody's up. I like this one. Mrs. Fringe sent me this one. Clever migrant wears the Epstein files to hide from the Trump administration.
I don't see anything.
I don't see anything here. He's like John Cena. You can't see him. You can't see him. Mrs. Fringe sent me that one. I like this one. She sent me this one too. Now leaving Canada, leaving so soon. Was it something we taxed? Absolutely hilarious.
I may have stolen those. Yes.
This one was sent to me by Daisy Media. Or not sent to me directly.
You stole it.
But I got it from Daisy Media. And it's not even necessarily a generated meme. This is reality in Canada. Even the flags in Canada today, folks, are petitioning to leave. Check out what was happening here. You got the flags. They can't even stand anymore in this country. They're so done. They're fed up. You got everybody coming in to try and fix the flag. They quit. They're on strike. Canada's broken, literally, folks. This is what voting Liberal does. This is what voting Liberal does. Unbelievable. It's yeah. Are people really upset because we showed that as a smack at the the Palestinians?
We did make it.
Look,
we did make it.
I hate the Palestinian whole thing with the chants. That's the joke of that poster, guys. We don't hate anybody here except unless you're shouting from the river to the sea. And I don't even like to use the word hate. Speaking of which, I love this sticker. Good old Matt, who joined me Wednesday for our new Unhinged Fringe streams. All lives splatter. Nobody cares about your protest.
Yeah, like that.
I need to get this for my car. I don't know about you guys.
The only protest I cared about, they're going to jail. So,
well, we'll see what happens.
Hopefully not.
I do have something great to show you guys. When we get back into the fall, when we go to question period, I think we're going to have this one on the screen for every question period stream that we do. Keep in mind, this channel will be live streaming question period Monday through Thursday. I believe it's Monday through Thursday.
Yeah.
Here on the channel. The Mark Carney Bingo. Now, this one was set up by the National Roast. We got to cross it off every time. And maybe what we'll do in those live streams is every time we hit a bingo, we'll do a giveaway. How's that?
If it's too easy, then we'll go blackout.
If it's too easy, we'll go blackout.
Oh,
but here we go. Hey, you got Mark Carney grabbing that man's bum in the background, by the way. The Mark Carney Bingo, net zero. He says, new government in quotes. We will take action. We decide what happens here. He talks about climate change, time to build. Photo op says values. Be our own best customer. Canada strong. Flies to Europe. The middle, of course, is elbows up. That's a give me every time.
Yeah.
The second, strong mandate. Long, build Canada strong. Quote, if I may. Flies to Europe again. Quote, time to build. Says the word crisis. Third, then in quotes, to be clear, says hinge. And quote, look inside yourself.
Oh, this is definitely going to be fun.
I think it's going to be fun for question period. We'll definitely have this on the screen every question period. And we will totally do a giveaway whenever we get a line on the bingo. Raptor Guy with the $5 super chat. I can't wait to see Pierre go against Gary and
that's a name.
I cannot even pronounce that last name. But Gary's got his numbers or his days counting up to him. Speaking of giveaways, now we do giveaways on this channel. Nobody gives away as much as the Unacceptable Fringe. Little Mike Freedom honey. We talked about this earlier in the stream. I don't know if you guys know this, but his honey is better than Corey Morgan's.
It is.
From the Western Standard.
It's been proven.
It's been proven. I was a judge at said competition on Canada Day, Alberta Day, Alberta Independence Day. Mike Freedom Honey is apparently sending the family some of his amazing award-winning Freedom Honey.
Love his honey.
This is raw wildflower honey. that he now keep in mind, Mike does a wonderful job making this honey with his friend Pedro. He does this alongside veterans to help them with their PTSD. Mike, of course, is a veteran as well. Again, Mike, I know you're in the stream. Thank you for your service.
Yes.
Thank you for Pedro's service, everybody's service that Mike works alongside. It helps our veterans have purpose. So he's sending a few jars for us to give away on the channel of some of the best honey in Alberta. So I'm looking forward to that. We're going to start doing draws for that, guys. You don't even have to be Patriots Club members to get in on that draw. So keep your eyes peeled for that. We're going to have some giveaways. What do we got here? David Brewer, how can we here in the USA get Mike's Freedom Honey? David, if you get drawn, and again, it'll be at random, I will send it to you.
Yeah, you could be Canadian, you could be from the US.
As long as, I'll have to check, as long as there's no laws about shipping that through to the US.
Might have to meet at the border.
Yeah, I'm not sure if there's a deal going over the border, but we'll figure it out. But Mike Freedom Honey, we're going to be giving that away on the channel in the near future. So keep your eyes peeled for that one. I also have to talk about this one. I hope I have permission to share this one. Aaron Morrison, one of our viewers, one of our amazing viewers. He's one of our best viewers here in the live stream. He sent me this email literally seconds before the stream went live.
Yeah.
And I had to share it because people who thought I was ganging up on the Jews, this will show you just that we're not. Aaron Morrison tweeting me out, "Hey, Fringe fam. Pissed off Canadian here. Our voices are being heard in the courts. I got a small win in the fight against self-defense. So I've got some faith in our system. Here's the story. I was assaulted by 5 local wannabe tough guys of the Gimmigrant descent. All I wanted to do was walk my Chihuahua in peace. So 5 blocks from home, I'm being followed by a silver Mercedes. When I stopped to indulge in some substances, they got out, came over, started yelling at me that I'm going to get messed up and that I'll be unalived soon.
Wow.
For, well, I'm not certain, but it probably had a lot to do with the fact they were convinced by somebody that I despise the Islamic BS and the Quran, and I'm Jewish Canadian. Anyhow, the great news is I'm not facing any charges. I was found to be within the rights of our crappy self-defense laws, and I've won. And my lawyer handled it like a boss. Hope tonight's stream brings great joy to all. I'll get on when I get out of my court outfit. We won one. Sorry, I'm so excited that it turned out in my favor." So I wanted to show that.
I'm so happy.
I'm so happy to hear we're getting wins in the courts.
Yes.
This is amazing.
And that's horrible that it's happening in our country.
I hope Aaron doesn't mind me sharing that with our audience. But again, I wanted to show that despite judges over in Montreal saying that the unfortunate man of Jewish descent beaten maliciously in front of his daughter was done because it was too hot outside. The heat, the climate, folks, is causing violence in this country. So we can't prosecute Brampton man for assaulting a man of Jewish faith.
It's horrible because they let that go. Then it just gives everybody out there an excuse. Well, the weather was too hot, or I was too hangry, or now it just gives freedom to do that.
It definitely is not the Canada I grew up in.
No, absolutely not.
I grew up around friends who were Jewish. My community in Winnipeg when I was growing up was mostly a mix of Jewish, Catholics, and Protestant.
Yep.
If people were religious.
Yeah.
But nobody ever talked about it. So nobody even cared. It was never brought up. I had friends who were Jewish who celebrated Hanukkah. We did Christmas, and we all shared in those traditions together growing up because, again, religion didn't play a part in our lives.
I only knew if my friends were Christian, if they were at my church or not. Like anybody else, it was...
I don't know what happened in this country. Oh, I know what happened in this country.
Yeah.
We left the door open, and a bunch of retards came in and wrecked it for everybody. Kenzie asking, what did he do in his own defense? I'm not sure because Aaron doesn't lay that out in this email. I may follow up and ask. But nonetheless, folks, it's a win. It's showing that not all of our courts are taking the sides of the immigrants. They're not going to fold all the time to say, hey, the heat is making them act like this.
Which is good, because that is a stupid excuse.
We got to get some honorable mentions. Honorable mentions. I don't want to leave them hanging too long because then people think I'm ignoring them. Michael, the $5 super. Now GazaFest now has a message from their hostage or hostage.
You're wearing glasses too, and you still can't read.
I'm trying to read too fast. Raptor Guy, $5 super chat. I can't wait to see Pierre go against Gary. We got that one. Raptor Guy with another $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Pierre is going to get under Carney's skin like Joe Flaherty did with Happy Gilmore. You jackass. Saved by Grace, becoming a member for 8 months. Great to hear. I was verbally attacked twice in 6 months by Muslims simply for walking my dogs. They hate dogs.
That is horrible.
I hate anybody who comes to this country looking to kick up dirt, saying, I'm offended.
You know
I don't
that
like your
means?
policies.
I have to walk my dog more.
We're going to walk the dog more.
Yeah. He's going to like it.
I guarantee you, I have a great swell of pity for anyone who comes over to me of another descent because I'm walking my dog and says, I do not like that you're walking your dog. Well, I don't like your face, so I'll rearrange it for you.
That's what you do is you throw bacon at them and say, go get it.
Throw bacon at them. It's a deterrent. It's like garlic. It's like garlic to a vampire. You know, don't mess around with the bacon. The good news, folks. The good news, and let's get to the subject of tonight's stream because I know a lot of people, well, you didn't talk about Carney being kicked out of the house or that his time is up. His time's coming to an end. What everybody has to realize, and I've tried talking about this in our videos, is that when I say he's been on a bit of a honeymoon period, you have to admit that he really has had no chance to be held accountable. And I know accountability is very thin in this country when it comes to the government, but he went to work for 17 days before getting to go on holiday. He made excuses in those 17 days. Keep in mind, Pierre was not in the house in those 17 days to hold him accountable for the stupidity that this country is ensuing. Once we get back to Parliament in the fall, I want everybody to think about Mark Carney pre-election, where he couldn't handle criticism. He can't handle people asking him questions he doesn't like. What do you think's going to happen to him when they get into question period? What do you think the kind of questions are going to be that are hurled towards him in the House of Commons? Do you think they're going to be friendly?
They might have to do another break, right?
They may have to. They may have to do.
He'll work another 5 days, maybe. Maybe if he makes it that far, that would be a reach.
Mark Carney won't even address the fact that China has just put sweeping tariffs on our Canadian farmers.
Well, he's on holidays.
So while our Canadian farmers are losing their ability to make a living, while our country's going to hell in a handbasket as Team Canada says, let's fight dollar for dollar against our greatest trading partner, while Mark Carney tells people, look, I got to go on another vacation before I even talk about other provinces or the fact that I won't sign any deals, I won't cut down red tape, I won't greenlight any projects. At some point, ladies and gentlemen, the Justin Trudeau type-like behavior of ignoring everybody comes to an end. And I'm happy to say it's getting there.
So Patty had a question way up. Do you think he'll prorogue? Would he be able to do that?
If Mark Carney, okay, so here's the deal. I don't know the laws on that because they just did.
Yeah.
But if Carney was to say that due to the tariff issue or the negotiation, he had to prorogue Parliament, I guarantee you his time as Prime Minister would instantly be over. Like, there's no fooling the elbows up crowd at that point.
No, because if he was really worried about the tariffs, he'd come back to work, and he's not.
Yeah, so if he does, it's the best thing that could happen to Canadians. Because everyone will say, what is this? Like, the government's never going to work. Folks, what you have to think about is that we are so close to an uprising in this country. People are so fed up. And we've seen it especially, I've been seeing it in Alberta, while Tommy the Commie's petition has been going on and all the things that are going on with Alberta Prosperity Project. Again, I was lucky enough to sit down with Jeff this afternoon and talk about everything that's happening in court.
I see a lot of posts of where we can go and sign that petition this week here
for Tommy the Commie. Maybe we need to go say hello and see if Tommy's there since he blocked us on Twitter.
We should. That'd be great.
Snow, $5 super chat. They hate dags. Anyone know where I can adopt a retired canine unit? Asking for a friend. That's a gooder.
I might want.
I like that one. I like that one. Here's the thing. The elbows up crowd, Mark Carney, all of them, the numbers don't lie. The stocks are going to drop. Housing's going to implode. Jobs are going to go out the window. He can't hide. They can't hide forever. And people are getting fed up because as soon as it starts to cost people their jobs, as soon as it starts to cost people beyond their ability to provide for themselves. Master of Snatch says it to me all the time. $10 butter. As soon as you see $10 butter, the world will revolt And people will say, if it comes down to the government or my food and for providing for my family, guess what they're going to pick, folks?
It's already becoming way too difficult.
People can't do it anymore. I've seen people at the counters in the grocery stores. Sometimes we've even helped out and said, here, let us cover some of your bill for you where we can. Because people are sitting there with their kids saying, I don't have enough to cover my grocery. I got to put this back. I got to put that back. And it's unfortunate.
It's horrible. I
can't stand looking at it anymore. I've talked with Pierre's people about it constantly and said, what are we doing about this? Like I've mentioned before that Pierre has a great idea with the Canadian Sovereignty Act. The problem is who he's going up against with that in the House of Commons. It essentially goes against everything that the Bloc promotes. It goes against everything the Liberals promote. And of course, the NDP will cower in fear with whoever's pushing the most woke narrative on the planet.
Yeah.
So Pierre's Canadian Sovereignty Act can't go through unless he has a majority government. And that's the problem in this country, is that the representation that conservative minds have at the table is lacking. We can't get anything done.
No.
The good news, folks, is there's going to be opposition in the House. This is where I say Mark Carney's days are numbered. We were talking about it in terms of pushback, accountability. And while people aren't going to be getting arrested, you're not going to see people punted out the door. This should tell you everything. You don't have to worry about Pierre losing the by-election to angry lesbian or OSB. I'm sorry, Mike. It doesn't look like things are good for OSB. Advanced voter turnout in Poilievre's Alberta by-election is on par with early votes cast during the general election. So even though they had the longest ballot to contend with, and now people can just write down the name of the candidate, and again, if it's misspelled, that's okay, as long as Elections Alberta knows who, or Elections Canada, I should say, is aware of who the intent is to vote for, they will count the ballot. So if it's on par, this means in a very heavily conservative riding, conservatives are going out and voting. I'm very, very 99.9% sure Pierre is going to win the by-election. So anybody who has fears that he's not going to, take a deep breath. It's going to be fine. My question was always, how much of the vote is he going to get? After we saw the ridiculous display of the quote-unquote debate that went on.
What was that?
I don't think anybody but Pierre would be getting votes after that. But here it is in this article from the government propaganda arm. According to an estimate issued by Elections Canada on Wednesday, 14,454 electors in Battle River Crowfoot, Alberta, voted during the 4 days of advanced polling between last Friday and Monday, while noting some polls may not have reported yet. So it's probably much higher than the 14,000 they've garnered on. So for anybody saying like Mark Carney was, what do you mean Mark Carney was on a honeymoon phase? What do you mean people are liking him? His approval rating's been high because he really hasn't had any opposition. He hasn't, like Pierre's been there in the background and Pierre's been talking, talking the talk as he normally does, but he's not in the House of Commons. He's not there with the full pushback of the Conservative Party.
Well, people are still very much blinded that what he's doing is right.
Wallflower saying, the thing is, anyone thinking he should get more isn't taking into consideration just how loved Damien Carrick is.
Yeah.
It's always been a strong conservative riding. I believe it's for over 70 years or something like that. It's been a highly well-guarded conservative riding in Alberta. It's a very large section of land, keep in mind. It's a very large riding in Alberta. Pierre knew that. Well, people said he parachuted in. I never liked that statement because Pierre's from Alberta.
Yeah.
And people saying, well, he had to come in and he had to just parachute in so he could take Damien Carrick's seat and we're not going to get representation. The only argument I have there is, well, what about Mark Carney? Mark Carney's been called out for not even having a constituency office in Nepean. Didn't Mark Carney parachute into Nepean and steal whatever that guy's name was, the Aladdin, whatever his riding was there in Nepean?
But people liked this guy that was in Pierre's riding because he was always in office, open door. They could always contact him.
Damien Carrick had an open door policy at his office, and people were grateful for that. I've talked to Mike Freedom Honey about it, and I agree that you do want your representation.
Yeah.
And it was frustrating, I'll have to admit, in my early days of trying to get in touch with Pierre's people. Keep in mind that while I have a direct line to his main assistant, sometimes they don't answer because they're busy. Sometimes they don't get back to me for a couple of days. So anytime I was reaching out for a comment or confirmation on something, I'd try calling Pierre's constituency office. Nobody would pick up the phone in his former riding.
Yeah.
So,
but he hadn't been there in 5 years.
Well, he hadn't put boots on the ground in Carleton in 5 years, but I sure hope that something is done with a constituency office in Battle River Crowfoot to give the people who live there some form of representation or an ear to listen when Pierre wins that riding. We must have hit the likes so far, folks.
Well, we must have
at
hit the
500. Carson El Gringo Grande gifting 10 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. Thank you so much. Welcome to all 10 of our new members. Not only if we hit 1,000 likes, are you guys in for 2 draws tonight? Again, one of those courtesy of Carson. Thank you so much. But you're now in the running for our end of the month giveaway that is guaranteed to one of our Patriots Club members, no matter how many likes we get. So welcome to all 10 of our brand new members. So in the words of Bon Jovi, whoa, we're halfway there. Get the thumbs ups, folks. We're at 900 viewers on the multi-stream. We should be able to get 1,000 likes in the stream. Again, 1,000 likes, one item drawn at random, or one chatter's name drawn at random to give away one item from our shop free of charge.
So someone is saying, Brian Watson saying that Carney isn't even Canadian, but he is Canadian. He was born here?
He was born in Northwest Territories.
But he wasn't actually raised here. Like, he's got 3 passports.
He's got 3 passports. He was raised in Edmonton, but he lives abroad. He worked for the Bank of England.
But he does consider himself an outsider.
He's an outsider. That's look, the problem with Carney is that I had a video earlier this week where some people got really triggered because I said Justin Trudeau's here to stay. In fact, he never left. We were talking about essentially how Justin Trudeau was what everybody said he was. He was a puppet. And people always said he was a puppet for the WEF, but he wasn't a puppet for the WEF. He was Mark Carney's puppet.
Yeah.
Carney was the one advising him for many years out of his tenure. That Carney essentially just came in, parachuted in, and took over in person.
Yeah.
Instead of doing it through Trudeau, and only because he'd screwed things up so badly that they couldn't continue with him.
So Carney's just going to try and finish his job that he started.
He's gonna put the cap on the deal. Raptor guy, $5 super chat. Bonnie Critchley looks like, he looks like fat bastard in Austin Power. Oh, I got a turtle head poking it. And guys, you ever go through someone's apartment and smell what they're cooking on each floor?
Our daughter kept talking about the fat bastard burritos that they've got in Edmonton.
Bonnie Critchley smells like that. Plus crap. Where's Derek tonight? We need his negativity.
I know, right?
With the $5 super
Way
chat.
too positive. I love it.
It's did somebody call me a grifter? Or maybe they're calling somebody else a grifter. Maybe they're calling somebody else a grifter.
You're not a grifter.
I'm not a grifter. Come on. Next time we go to Hot Topic for our daughter, for Harley. My daughter loves Hot Topic.
Oh, she does.
Next time we go there, when we're charged for our stuff, we should go grifters and then throw our money down on the counter. Or if we go out for dinner, when they come by with the bill, we'll be like, "Oh, you guys are grifters! I can't believe you'd charge us to eat here." I always love when people use that term. You're a grifter. How dare you make money? How dare you earn a living?
I think grifter is when you're begging for it.
Oh, Steve going, oh, God, I love it. You guys are hilarious. I got to say, I like Steve. Steve's a nice guy.
It's a great name. Great name.
Steve just blipped on my radar. He's a wonderful person. You guys are hilarious. You guys are awesome. Look, there's Aaron Morrison jumping in.
There we go.
Congratulations on your court. Very sorry if I shared that email inappropriately.
Very happy for you.
I was happy for your win. $5 super chat. Fringers, 1,000 likes. I'll throw a gift in too for freedom. Wow.
Thank you.
3 gifts tonight. Let's get to those 1,000 likes. Let's see if we can do it. Mona Lisa with the 279 super sticker. Thank you so much. We're at 600. Look, we're moving up quickly, folks. Let's get to the main event, shall we? Let's get to this. Let's get to this JJ McCullough and hear a boot. A boot Canada. Let's hear a boot everything. Didn't I say I was going to keep it positive?
You did. You did.
I was going to keep it positive. Oh my God, I was going to keep it positive. Somebody said I got to bring in Peter. I got to bring in Peter to talk about this video. You can already tell JJ McCullough doesn't know what he's doing because he's got a book about Brian Mulroney sitting on his shelf. That bastard. Let's go through and talk about. See, Lucas says this guy's a clown. That's why I can't watch him, because the accent. He says a boot. That's not what Canadians say.
You were like 20 seconds in and I was already annoyed.
So yeah, look at the hairstyle. I thought this was part of a mop he was wearing on his head.
Out of bed.
Like he
Come on, I look
cleans
like that
his
most
floor
days.
with his hairpiece. I don't know.
Man, you're being judgmental.
I'm being judgmental. Let's not bring the negativity in yet. Let's talk about where he's wrong here. Because if there's one thing we're gonna do, we're a boot to stick the boots to JJ McCullough. Okay, so let's take a look at this video, guys. Let's go.
Hello, friends. My name is JJ, and today I thought we would do something a little bit different. I wanted to make a video about this topic, but I didn't want to give the topic the seriousness of a typical JJ video, you know, with this script and the visuals and all that stuff, because the topic I wanted to talk about today is a very silly topic that I think in some ways reflects something about the unseriousness of Canadian politics these days. So you see, there is a province in Canada called Alberta. And for one reason or another, the newspapers these days are very filled with stories about the supposed Alberta separatist movement. And I just want to say off the bat that there is no Alberta separatist movement. When asked by pollsters if they want to separate from Canada, Albertans answer overwhelmingly no. Pride in being Canadian is very high in Alberta. And actually, if anything, Albertans tend to poll slightly below average when it comes to people identifying more with their province than the country.
Okay.
Wow.
Here's where JJ doesn't know what he's talking about. God, I hate that. God, I hate it. You know what really grinds my gears? He says that Albertans are polled for one, that they don't want to leave. Now, keep in mind, this guy has 1 million subscribers.
Yeah.
So really, he's just touting the liberal propaganda arm. First, I want to touch on him saying that Albertans don't register with those who are normally polled. That's because the polls that are run by Angus Reid in this country are all done out of Toronto. They're all done with virtue signaling fart huffers. So he doesn't know what he's talking about. In that,
you got to stop doing that.
In that sense, I'm going to stop with the aboots. But you know what really grinds my gears is when he says Alberta doesn't have a separatist movement. Well, let's look at this article. Let's take a look at City News coming out. Keep in mind, this article was in May. In May. And the numbers have only grown since then.
Oh, yeah.
36% of Albertans and majority of United Conservative Party voters want to leave Canada, says new poll. So, again, this was in May. The numbers are now around 49% of Alberta's polled.
Yeah, in 3 months, that number has grown
and
quite a bit.
76% of UCP voters back independence. That's where those numbers have changed. But it says here from May. God, we got to clip the dog's nails. They're so loud. It says here from May, a new poll from Angus Reid Institute states that at least 36% of Albertans are leaning towards a vote to leave Canada. That number is 65% amongst UCP voters, quote, a majority. A majority. Would it really kill JJ McCullough with his 1 million subscribers to do a little bit of research before putting out such shit?
The first 30 seconds of his video, he is wrong. Clearly does not know what he's talking about.
Morgan has a point. There's no separatist movement. It's an independence movement.
Yes.
Like, I get the play on words. I get that we've always said it's independence, but he's talking about generalities. He's saying that it isn't real, that Albertans don't want to leave.
Maybe he's talking to the wrong Albertans.
I think he's been huffing his farts for too long. I'm going to play a little bit more. We're not going to go through the whole thing, but just look at the ridiculousness of here, because I'm pretty sure JJ will be mad that I took away from his views on his ridiculously stupid video. First off, the guy doesn't even live in Alberta. He doesn't understand the sentiment in the West.
Absolutely not.
He doesn't know what people are talking about.
Or even why the Albertans want to leave.
You see, he's got this Dungeons and Dragons book off to the side. Maybe he should go play a game and clear his head. He doesn't know what the hell he's talking about.
There was a recent editorial in the National Post by Colby Kosh that I think sums up the situation quite well, so I will just read part of it to you. Alberta separatist political parties are gnats, invisible to the naked eye. They haven't come within an order of magnitude of passing any electoral test, despite lots of chances since the National Energy Program crisis. That was in the 1970s and marked the one time in Alberta history that they elected one separatist to their local parliament.
So again, JJ doesn't know anything about the National Energy Program. He doesn't realize that Albertans were fed up during that time.
You see that?
Mike's saying this is an opinion piece. It means nothing.
Yeah.
I get that it means nothing, but you've got... Xylo, don't rag on D&D. No, right. I'm saying...
He's being too judgmental. He's just annoyed.
I'm saying he needs to go clear his head and maybe have a round. That's it. Not ragging on it.
No.
Here's the problem. I hate it when people who don't live in the West, who have never experienced their jobs going out the window because of the treatment of the government, they've never been told to shut up and keep paying by provinces like Quebec. They haven't been taxed to death the way the government taxed the West to death, expecting us to just, again, bend over and take it. They talk about Alberta like they understand or like they know what they're talking about.
Is he even Canadian? Like, I don't know where he's from.
I believe he's from Newfoundland. And I understand that it's an opinion piece. It doesn't matter. But so many people have been reaching out to me today saying, did you see it? Did you see it? Did you hear what he's talking about?
Just ill-informed.
I'm not gonna highlight him any further because I'm sure he'll crack down on me showing this. Let's take a look at his comments. Look at this one. Yet another reason Alberta is the Canadian Texas. There's this idea of popular separatism, but it's actually extremely tiny and pathetic.
Wow.
So people saying it's a small fringe minority. JJ McCullough actually replied, it's not huge, it's non-existent. Non-existent. This just shows that out of his 1 million subscribers, they're all woke. They don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea what's going on in this country. Here's one comment, JJ telling us about Canada's daydream political issue and how that's bad. Me enjoying seeing the angle of JJ's apartment outside of the occasional sponsored segment. JJ chillaxing on a chair instead of exercise ball madness. I agree with the political blackmail angle. All the separatists I know don't actually want to leave Canada. They just seen the increased sovereignty Quebecers have gained from their independence movement and want something like that for Alberta.
Even that's not true.
This is all
toxicity.
And it just goes to show that even when these experts, it doesn't matter how many subscribers they have, when they weigh in and think that they know about Canadian values, when they think that they know about Western values or the values of Albertans, they don't know shit. They don't know anything. They're out in the cold. I can't believe. And again, people got upset because I was very aggressive before the stream and I said, I don't watch JJ because he's woke. He's a hack. He's terrible.
But this just kind of proves it.
I can't listen to what he's saying. Every time he says a boot, it's cringe. I got to get off the channel. But this just shows he doesn't know what he's talking about. About JJ. Learn your English. I wonder how many transfer payments his province has been sent from Alberta. How he enjoys driving down his nice roads that Alberta paid for. You know? I'm not sure where JJ lives. My guess is somewhere near Toronto. He seems to me like the textbook, like the picture of his face is the textbook definition of when I hear Torontonian. Sorry, he'd be next to a Muslim, and it would remind me of Toronto. Danielle Smith wants to set up the Alberta pension plan. She does, and she should. Rory saying Chow needs to be deported. Well, yeah. Lynn, if it's such a small movement, why are they so terrified of all of us who seek independence? But that's kind of the case in point. And I was going to get to that when I interviewed Jeff this afternoon when we talked about APP, because I said, I was going to ask him, you know, why is it that guys like Tom Lukaszuk are so worried about us having our say if they're so convinced that Albertans don't want to go anywhere. If they're 110% sure that Alberta is satisfied with where we are, why not let us have a vote? And I can tell you why they don't want to let us have a vote, folks. I do have to get to some honorable mentions. I don't want people thinking I'm focusing on those, but I do have to get to them. Or else people will feel ignored. Carol becoming a member for 10 months. I can't wait for Pierre to get back in the House. Carney will lose what little mind he has. Pierre will walk all over him. I would agree.
I can't wait to see those interactions.
Mike St. John, $5 super chat. Are these rumors true about a freedom convoy heading to Ottawa September 15th?
I don't know.
Protest for Tamara and Chris. So first off, if there is, look,
Tamara and Chris are not part of it.
I've been told that this request came from Puck Daddy on Twitter. If that's true, don't listen to Puck Daddy. This is like the 5th time he's talked about a convoy going to Toronto. He tagged Tommy Robinson in it.
They were talking about doing one in February on the anniversary.
They've talked about it a number of times, and they talked about it last year. If they are doing this, don't go.
No.
And the key is in this statement right here when they're talking about Chris and Tamara. Their sentencing is in October. If something like this were to happen in September, how do you think that's going to bode for them when a judge in Ottawa is pissed off about something that just happened less than 30 days ago in Ottawa that people organized and came for again? How do you think that's going to make them look? Don't go. Don't do it. The people who are organizing a freedom convoy in Ottawa this year do not have the same interests to organize it that the original freedom convoy did.
No.
There'd be a lot of bad actors at the table. Anytime I hear this Puck Daddy guy, I just say, look, I know he means well, but just take it with a grain of salt. The guy doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know the damage he's causing. Don't put up with it. Don't listen to it. If there is something scheduled, don't go.
No.
I'm saying this as a freedom-loving Canadian, as somebody who stood behind the freedom convoy, as somebody who still stands behind Tamara and Chris. Again, I sincerely wish them the best in their verdict in October. We'll be covering everything, but don't go, folks.
This will not be good for them.
Don't take the bait, please. I think we got Carson's gift. Was that? I hope that wasn't the second one because I'm going to feel bad. Snow with a $5 super chat. I just ordered new mud flaps for Peterbilt, going from F Trudeau to F Carney. Glad to hear that. Thank you so much for the super chat. We got that one earlier. We got Aaron Morrison. We got Mona Lisa. We got Raptor Guy, $2 super chat. This is worse than Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh, some people will get that reference. Thank you for the super chat. Jim Brown, Mr. Mophead, $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Mike with a $2 super chat. You guys missed my $5 super chat. Valid question. Let me go back to it. I'll go back. Unless that was what we just got. Was that what one we got?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry we missed it, Mike. Like sometimes we get onto a few things and we do get to all super chats.
We will get back to it.
Please be patient. I'm not snubbing anybody. Karen with the $10 super chat. Just wait till we cancel their allowance.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is that like I went back to visit friends in Manitoba. And if you remember Matt from Wednesday, he was being sarcastic. But I was talking about politics with some friends when we went back, and he said, oh, Derek just gets heated because he's from Alberta, and they're just oil pigs out there. All they care about is oil. Now, the people we were talking to thought he was serious, but he was really being sarcastic.
No, because he's always ragged on you about it. Like, that's always been the joke between
As a
the
joke,
two of you.
he's never serious.
No.
But that is the perception people have, is that, hey, Alberta's just all about oil. They're about this, they're about that. The first thing I said to all of them at the table is, how do you like your roads? How do you like the programs you have?
Yeah.
Keep in mind, a couple $1 billion come from us every year that pays for that. You wouldn't have these things without us. We're sick of being Canada's credit card.
Just say thank you and walk away.
Just say thank you. Thank you. Aaron with $2 super chat, looking like a deep fried pickle.
Prickle.
I was trying to be censored for YouTube, but that's okay. Reg with a $5 super chat.
See, and I think it's because you can't read.
I have the unfortunate opportunity of working for companies based in Toronto. They said we are stupid rednecks and wouldn't listen to any Albertan. That is disgusting.
Doesn't shock me coming from Toronto, but that is horrible.
Absolutely ridiculous. Tracy Live saying we can't afford to carry them anymore. They're just bleeding us out. That's how a lot of people feel. And again, while guys like JJ McCullough say, oh, this is about this and about that. No, we don't think there's any separatist movement. Cram it.
It's happening. Just wait.
If I saw JJ McCullough in the streets, with all due respect, I'd just tell him, with all due respect, sir, you don't know what you're talking about. Do your research and kindly go F yourself. And I'd walk away. I just can't. Charlie Angus. Yeah, Charlie Angus is another woke misanthrope of the government. His hair, you guys ever watch Airplane back in the day? The guy in the control tower whose hair's like all over the place because he's doing lines, like he looks like Charlie Angus. Every time I see Charlie Angus, that's who I think of. Charlie Angus always looks like he just crawled out of bed and like he didn't have a shower or nothing. He just threw on a suit. I can't stand Charlie Angus. John saying Charlie Angus likes to huff paint as much as he huffs farts. He looks like it. He looks like it. Peter saying that's a valid response. Well, I mean, I don't need the backup. But look, here's the problem. If somebody in Nova Scotia came to me and said, you know, I'm frustrated because we're censored down in our province. We can't go walking in the woods. We're not allowed to go outside. We're taxed to death. There's no representation. We don't feel heard at the table. I would listen to somebody from Nova Scotia and say, man, that really sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. The problem that we have when we talk about Western and Eastern culture, at least the snob mentality of the elbows up crowd, is that Alberta's just wanting to be heard. We're the Western version of the Freedom Convoy. We just want the government to listen to us and hear what we have to say.
Yeah.
But they don't. They come out and say, oh, it's a fringe minority. You guys don't know what you're talking about. Shut up and pay. There's no separatist movement. There's no independence movement. More people would rather stay. Do you know why people in this province are voting to stay? Because they moved here from the East. And they're liberals. They're all liberals. There was a video showing people lining up out front of Jody Gondek's woke failed city hall in Calgary by the hundreds to sign Tommy's nothing burger petition.
I'll sign it, but I'm voting no. We shouldn't stay.
But it's not constitutional. Even Jeff touched on that. If you guys missed that video, go watch my interview with Jeff. He touches down on how Tommy's question isn't even a constitutional one. It holds no weight. And even if Tommy were to get the 3,300 signatures a day that he needs, which he's not,
no,
the question wouldn't change anything for APP getting theirs on a ballot.
No.
It doesn't stop it from happening because it's it's nothing to do with the Constitution. It's not a Constitution changing question.
So what if we vote no on that? No, Alberta shouldn't stay. Does that count?
It doesn't count. It doesn't do anything. Here's what those votes will matter for, folks. And here's one of the positives, because anybody who heard about APP, again, let's keep it positive. People who thought APP was defeated in court yesterday, they have to wait till November to be heard. There's a silver lining to this. First off, Jeff Rath, again, if you go back and watch our interview from today, Jeff Rath states, look, we expected it to go this route. I'm hopeful for the future. The judge seems to understand that our question does not infringe on the Constitution. What they have to allow for are for those who are, say, paid opportunists within First Nations, anybody who wants to challenge to say, I feel that this goes against the Constitution, to come into court over 3 days in November, present their case, and then the judge makes a final decision. The problem being here is that they're very confident at APP that their question does not infringe the Constitution. This is a question that was very carefully crafted by those who understand the Constitution. That's why they are constitutional lawyers. So we don't really have a lot to worry about in terms of crossing that hurdle. Now, one of the questions I didn't get to with Jeff was, you know, we've been told that a decision will be made on APP's question before Christmas. So what happens to the signatures? Are we still able to get onto a 2026 ballot for a referendum question if we can't start collecting signatures till near the end of the year? I've been told by Jeff that absolutely they can, and part of that is because they already have the database of those who intend to sign yes for that petition. If you haven't yet given your information over at APP or AlbertaProsperityProject.com, go over and sign your intent to sign that petition. Again, they're not selling that information. They're not distributing it to anybody. It is merely a database for them to make sure they can contact people as soon as they can garner signatures. But unlike Tommy the Commie's petition, these guys have their database ready to go that all they have to do is mass email and tell everybody, hey, it's time. Here's where we're going to be. Come and sign the petition.
Yeah, they'll get it done.
My guess is they'll have their signatures within 14 days, 2 weeks. I'm willing to bet it's all said and done, wrapped up in a bow. Take it and off you go. They won't even need the full 120 days. All that would have to happen after that is Elections Alberta would have to verify the signatures, which must be done in a timely manner, and then it would get on to a 2026 referendum question. The reason things are going to move forward, folks, with or without APP, and I want to plant a little seed into anybody who's worried that, oh, well, this is interference from Tommy. What if the judge doesn't side with them? What if things go awry for APP? You're missing one very valuable element. Danielle Smith brought in Bill 54 to allow for referendum questions to be presented to Albertans. Danielle Smith, throughout these Alberta Next panels, has heard from Albertans that they are fed up, that enough is enough. She understands there is a unity crisis in this province. If APP were denied by Elections Alberta to say their question is unconstitutional, let's say in another alternate reality, Alberta Prosperity Project is withheld from submitting a question on referendum. Danielle Smith would be walking into a lion's den come the next provincial election. Case in point to the article we just showed of how many UCP voters back independence. Danielle Smith wants this question on a 2026 referendum ballot. Why? So it can be done with.
Yeah.
So that they have the numbers.
She doesn't want to drag this on for another year.
She can't afford to go into a provincial election with Albertans fed up and mad. No. They didn't get their question on a ballot. This is where I've said before that Danielle will have to pick a side at some point. And if the majority of her supporters are backing independence, she'll have to make a call. I know guys like, what's his name from the Alberta, Cameron Davies. I know Cameron Davies has said, look, Danielle can call a referendum at any time. She may be forced to if delays happen with these questions. We've already seen Danielle's support, by the way, for APP saying this isn't what we put Bill 54 in for. They shouldn't be getting held up by the courts. So we know where Danielle stands. But the other thing you have to remember, folks, is that this is the reason why Tommy the Commie doesn't want us to have that vote. We asked earlier, if they're so scared that Albertans, or so convinced that Albertans don't want to leave, why aren't they allowing us a vote? It's because what people don't realize is even if 35%, 40% of Albertans say that they're ready to leave and the vote fails, it's still a win for Alberta. Because what that shows the UCP and what that shows the rest of the country is that, hey, there's a growing sentiment. People like JJ McCullough are told, oh, I guess there are people who want to go. I guess there is a growing sentiment. It's not a small fringe minority. All of a sudden, folks, independence has some form of control in Alberta, even if it fails. So we're on the right path and good things are coming. So we need to stay positive. We need to realize that no matter what happens with APP, even though Jeff feels they're on the right path, the right track, Danielle will have no choice but to run with a question. And I know that in the midst of people like JJ McCullough putting out these videos, in the midst of Tommy the Commie saying, hey, look at all the people lined up to sign my petition, again, he needs 3,300 a day. And every day he doesn't get 3,300, it gets tacked on to the next one. He's not going to get his signatures, folks. And if he does, it's going to be shenanigans. And if he even gets his vote, it doesn't weigh on the Constitution. It's a nothing burger. So don't give in to the noise. Don't give in to the negativity. Don't believe the hype when people say there's no independence argument in Alberta, that it's not going to go anywhere, that you're never going to move forward. We're winning this fight, folks. and we're winning it in spades. So don't buy into the negativity. Don't
begging for the bell.
They're begging for what?
Begging.
People have a fever?
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
How? More cowbell. Raptor guy gives me nightmare fuel every time he does a super chat with his $2 super chat. JJ looks like the Telefrancais pineapple. God. I'm not gonna sleep. Dow's with a $5 super chat. I recently found out I'm soon to be a dad, and I want my kid to have a chance in this world, and independence is the only way I see for them. First off,
congratulations.
Is it Dawes, or I think it's Dawes? $5 super chat. Thank you so much for that. Dawes, send me an email at unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. Let me know when you guys are due. I'm going to get a onesie special with Unacceptable Fringe sent to your house. We'll put it in production just to get one out to you. Let me know when you guys are due and if you know what you're having. Congratulations. You know, I've always said that, you know, when we first found out we were having children, and we tried for 8 years with complications. But when we first found out we were having my first daughter, Harley, I thought my life was over because I played video games. I went out with my friends. I enjoyed living my life. We were at a point where we were starting to make money and could go on vacations. I thought I was living. Yeah. The truth is, I didn't know what living was until we had kids. So congratulations on becoming a father. You're going to love it.
And yeah, I want independence. I want a future for my kids. 100%. I agree.
Stephen with a $5 super chat. Breaking news. Pro-Carney Canadian judge rejects the Alberta referendum because it uses about, and the proper wording is a boot. Oh, that's a brilliant one. Thank you for that one. Oh, I love it. Peener with a $10 super chat. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you so much. Harry Ludwig gifting 5 Unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. Thank you so much, Harry. Very generous of you. Javelin Blue with a $5 super chat. Old people are apparently eating dog food and cat food.
That's horrible.
I hope that's not the truth.
I really hope that's not.
I hope that's not the truth.
A 3XL onesie. Yes, Carson.
Carson, can I get a 3XL onesie?
Yes.
If I could find a way to make that, Carson, I will get it personally made.
I will sew it myself. It's happening.
We call it the Patriots Club because Carson is one of our longest outstanding Patriots in this chat. Carson, I will go above and beyond to try and find that for you. Thank you for the super chat. Mike Freedom Honey, $5 super chat. I'm still voting OSB. Good. I'll have honey at our booth in Mirror for Alberta Day. Yes. Keep in mind, Mirror Alberta on the long weekend for Alberta Day.
Yep.
Mike Freedom Honey is going to be there. They're going to be selling the F. Carney calendars in person.
We would be, but it's our anniversary.
It's our anniversary, 19 years, guys. We're going to be staying at home. But hey, shout out to Mike in Mirror.
And if you
hope
get
it all goes well.
Vote OSB.
I saying OSB particle board. Yeah, let's pull it up. We'll pull it up for anybody who doesn't know. OSB's been a running joke on the channel because Mike Freedom Honey. There was a piece of OSB particle board out by his acreage, and he. Where is it? I got to find it here.
Oh, you have it there. Go back. Just delete it all. Delete it all. Down.
Right here.
There you go.
Out on his ranch, there was a piece of OSB particle board, and Mike had said, "I'd rather vote for this than the parachuted in politician." And he wrote vote OSB, and it became kind of an a long-running joke. There's one there where the sign's trashed, but I want to find one of the better ones. It was a really funny joke. We had the joke running on the channel for a while.
There you go.
Here we go. There's Mike's. So you can see down here Pierre Poilievre's sign, Bonnie Critchley, everybody else's, and then you got Vote OSB standing on the side of the highway. I absolutely love it. I think it's hilarious that Mike does that.
Somebody trashed it?
Where is it? It's been trashed a couple times. Do you really believe Mark Carney will be ousted by the opposition? I don't think he'll be ousted. I think what I think when I say that his time's coming to an end, it's the pressure's going to be on.
Yeah.
Like, you have to think about this, regardless of where people stand on their politics and regardless of elbows up or anything else.
People are so fed up, they're revolting.
It's not just that. If you had a prime minister in any other party, even in the Liberals, that couldn't negotiate a deal, that inflation was spiking and still spiking at alarming rates, countries are posing devastating tariffs. I'm talking about China when I say that,
yes,
on our farmers and our industries in Canada. We don't have any green deals or green lights on deals that have been talked about in word salad for months. There's nothing to show for 90 days of being in office. There's only so far it can go before people start saying, what exactly are you doing here? What is your job? Have you ever seen Office Space?
Yeah.
Mark Carney's about to sit at the table with the two, is it the two Toms or whatever their names are? And they're going to say, what exactly do you do here, Mr. Carney? The two Bobs. That's what it is, the two Bobs. They're going to say, what do you do here? And over time, Canadians are going to start to open up their eyes, and they're especially going to open their eyes when their food, people think their food's expensive now. Once it goes up because of what's happening to the farmers, once people start losing their jobs, once the tariffs really start sinking their claws into Canadian jobs, as Master Snatch says, $10 butter. When that happens, people revolt. It's not going to matter about opposition in the House. His own people are going to turn against him saying, I can't survive anymore, Mark. My portfolio's gone out the window. The only thing helping me right now is Brookfield stock, and that's going to make it even more apparent where Mark Carney's loyalties lie. Reaper saying, I was at the Alberta Next panel. They had 45 seconds to ask a question. I got cut at 23. You can hear me at 2:31:21.
Wow.
The Alberta Next panel, I've got a video coming up about that tomorrow.
Yeah.
I didn't want to spoil too much tonight, and I wanted to keep tonight's stream positive. But part of the problem we've had in this country, if anybody's heard about what happened at the Alberta Next panel last night, we seem to live in a society of fart-huffing social justice warriors that believe they don't need facts, they don't need any proof to back up their statements, they don't need to be respectful. The loudest, most aggressive statements seem to win, apparently. That's how our politics are decided. It's a popularity contest. The problem is, folks, is we're never going to get anywhere as a society in this country if we can't sit down and actually discuss policies, if we can't sit and discuss, this is my opinion, this is your opinion, and we're going to meet somewhere in the middle, and if we can't, we'll agree to disagree and be adults. The absolute shit show that took place at the Alberta Next panel last night is appalling. Make sure to tune in tomorrow and watch that video. It's going to blow your mind if you haven't seen it. I saw some honorable mentions flow in. Jim Brown, I need an F. Carney flag to put up with my Rebel flag and Mohawk Warrior flags.
Yes.
I'm sure you can find one. I hear they're in abundance on places like Amazon. Let's get into Q&A. Can somebody update me on the likes? Where are we at the likes? Keep in mind, folks, 2 giveaways and a third gift. I'm not sure what the gift is, if it's another giveaway or what we're talking about here, but Aaron Morrison chiming in on that. If we get to 1,000 likes, there's going to be giveaways of some kind, folks. 2 of those being merch.
771.
At random.
We can do better.
Can we not get 229 likes between now and the end of Q&A? Let's see if we can get there, folks. Let's try and get those giveaways in. Hit the like button below. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps the stream out. If we hit 1,000, we're going to do 3 potential giveaways tonight. See, they're going up. I'm seeing 777 now, guys. Just over 200 likes. Let's go. Get them in there. Throw your questions in.
Any questions?
Any question that's appropriate. We got to mention it that way. I'll get to those questions, and we'll see what we can do tonight. And what we can give away on the stream. Hopefully we can do a giveaway. This is going to be the 3rd time, guys, we've said that with 1,000 likes, we'll do a giveaway. I don't want to fail.
Derek hasn't been in the chat. I haven't seen him.
We can't fail 3 times in a row.
No.
Harry's saying we're at 794. Let's keep it going, folks. Let's get those 200 likes. Let's go.
804. No questions.
Come on, let's go. Get that like button moving. Keep reminding people in the chat as well, folks. Stephen asking, why was John Candy so awesome? Because he was Canadian.
Yeah.
Because he was Canadian. He was, so earlier when I said JJ McCullough was like the textbook picture of what somebody who lives in Toronto looks like, if he was next to a Muslim. John Candy was the picture of when you think of the maple leaf, when you think of Canada, that was the guy. That was the guy when I was growing up. And I'll tell you why. Because no matter who you came into contact with in the movie industry, no matter who you heard from, anytime you saw him on camera, that contagious laugh, the smile, the mannerisms, his generosity.
Oh, he was
said to have been one of the nicest people to work with in show business. That there was the true definition of a Canadian.
Yep.
A legend, definitely gone too soon, but that's why he was awesome. Because he was Canadian. And he wasn't just Canadian, he was the textbook definition of a Canadian.
Besides Megatron, what G1 is your grail?
Hold on a second here.
What?
Anonymous user Fringe just wanted to let you know we were watching you from Subic Bay Naval Base in the Philippines.
Wow.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you for your
Thank
service
you for
and
your
everyone's service watching. Very humbled. I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Thank you for that. Can you do another Borat impression? I don't know. You know.
This is my wife.
This is my wife. She's boring. Wow, wow, wee, wow. Besides Megatron, what's your generation one? Which G1 is your grail? You know, I'm just a sucker for originals. I've got a Soundwave. I've got a full Devastator re-release on its way. The last two parts, at least, on its way at some point in the fall. It'll sit next to the one Lucas sent me in box over here. The camera's opposite, so I always got to figure out which way I'm pointing. So I've got a Soundwave and Ravage and Laserbeak and all that. Megatron is definitely on my list. Optimus Prime's another. They re-released Optimus Prime in the US as a Walmart exclusive, and he came with the trailer and everything. Like, it was amazing, and it was like $40. And I was like, that was amazing. I'm really getting sick and tired.
I'm just going to pull something up, please.
Of all of these companies that do Walmart exclusive or Target exclusive toys when they're made for collectors. Like, I understand that drives the collection market, but that's not what toys were meant for. Stop doing that, especially when you can't get them in Canada. What is it we were going to pull up? The Alberta Next panel? Somebody asking where they are?
Reaper's asking if we can bring up his question.
I won't have time to go through. Well, let's find it. We'll find it. Mike asking, when are you getting a Gauntlets Legends machine so I can come over and we can live stream it? So first off, I will never get a Gauntlets Legends machine because they're like $6,000. So unless now here comes the grift. If this community wants to fund a Gauntlet Legends machine, I will happily get one.
No,
not sure how I get that through my front door because it's ridiculously large.
No. We could download it onto one of your machines, though, can't we?
No, it needs too high a processor for what my machines can handle. We'd have to put a computer PC in one of the machines. I will never. I will never be able to afford a Gauntlet Legends machine. Although it was an amazing arcade.
But you're welcome over anytime, Mike. Anytime.
Mike, you can come over and play arcades anytime you like. Let's see if we can find Alberta Next.
It was the one here in Edmonton, right?
Yeah, Woke Edmonton.
Well, I just had it. Okay, you're going too fast. Go down one. There you go.
Alberta Next panel in Edmonton. Let's see if we can find the whole stream.
2:31:20.
2:31. Oh, well, it was 4 minutes before the end of their presentation, so that's probably why I got cut off. $2:30.
We're so close. So close, Reaper. We're going to get there.
Okay, 2:31:23 is the best I can get in. Let's bring it in. Let's take a look at what's being said here. Let's make sure the volume's up so nobody complains. Let's go.
So well up until the most recent couple of years. If we could just go back to having a stream.
Here we go.
When it comes to immigration, I just want to put this into perspective. I mean, to go to the numbers, I know the personal experience. I know we had an immigration system we were also proud of because it was working so well up until the most recent couple of years. If we could just go back to having a more normal number of newcomers coming into the country, like 1% even, we would bring down the social tension and we would be able to accommodate everyone who came here. And so this is the issue. It's a matter of the numbers. So if we had 1% of the population per year coming to Alberta, that'd be about 50,000 a year. We've had 450,000 come in the last 3 years. This is the reason why people are feeling like we might have a little bit of problem at the federal level with the numbers that are coming into the country. It is not an anti-immigrant sentiment. It is a matter of what is the right level and what can we absorb. So not only can we afford it as taxpayers, but for a newcomer arriving, they have the support that they need as well.
So
I don't see it.
We didn't see Reaper's question in there at the timestamp, but
well, even Reaper's saying what?
Yeah, the times must be off, or else this is a different stream. Again, this is CPAC's stream. So Reaper,
sorry,
I'm sorry. I'll maybe try to find what you're talking about for another stream. Night of Falima saying best immigration is sorry we're full.
Yes.
Couldn't agree. Snatch says we're so close to 1,000 likes. Where are we, folks?
Let's do it.
If Alberta goes independent, they'll get plastic straws back. Wouldn't that be the best reason to go independent?
That's what I want.
Can you do a Timmy No Breaks impression? I'm not sure what that is.
Timmer.
Is it Timmer? No, I can't. But we're at 860. Can we not get 140 likes? Can we get 140 likes, guys, between now and the end of the stream? Javelin Blue, deport everybody because I'm racist.
I'm not racist.
It has nothing to do with being racist. Look, I'm going to tell you something that I've said for a long time in my life. Okay, guys? I'm not racist. I can't be racist because racism is a crime and crime is for black people.
Don't.
Okay. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. Oh, somebody sent me that in a meme a while ago.
You are going to get canceled.
I'm going to get canceled.
Oh, I can't believe you said that.
You know, guys, I have to censor myself sometimes, but you know what? When I can, I'll step over the line for you guys sometimes because we're a comedic channel here. We like doing those things for you guys. You're worth it. Look, even John's given a Lamau. Lamau. That deserves the 1,000 likes right there, folks. I'm selectively racist. I have a black cat. I don't. I own a color television. I don't understand.
You're going to say it all, aren't you?
I am indeed. I'm not racist. I hate everybody.
Yes,
exactly.
Me too, Xylo. Me too.
Exactly. The funny thing is, and I always try to tell people when it comes to people saying you're racist, is it's like what you have to realize is that the things I'm complaining about have to do with people coming in and ruining my country.
Yes, but the thing
and
is,
the bad habits
right
they have.
now, if you are a white cis male or female,
Damn.
you are automatically racist.
You're kind of lassoed into that argument.
Yeah.
But the thing is I always say to people, it has nothing to do with the color of someone's skin that I'm mad. It's the fact that they're shitting on my beaches and telling me I'm not allowed to celebrate holidays in my country.
Touching our kids.
Beating up Jews.
Yes.
Doing all these terrible things. So, yeah, I'm allowed.
It was really hot that day.
It was really hot that day. I am allowed to hate people.
Climate change is affecting everything.
Just think when we become independent, we will be deported from Canada.
Yes.
Why would we be deported? That can't be right. We're at 900 likes. We're at 900 likes. We're so close.
You can do it. Where is Derek?
You can do it. Let's go, guys. Get those thumbs ups in there. Do you yell at your TV when you're alone? Guilty here. I do it all the time. All the time.
I think you just like yelling.
There's guys. So in this house, You know, the kids will go to bed. Mrs. Fringe will have enough of my antics and she'll go to bed.
Yeah.
I'll stay awake to do some research, maybe watch some videos I didn't get a chance to see during the day. And she'll be sleeping. Mrs. Fringe will be sleeping. And then all of a sudden, like 2:30 in the morning, she'll hear, "What the F was that?" at the top of the lungs. And then all of a sudden I'll say, "That's bullshit." Running around
the basement get developed for you.
We got to develop the basement so that I can come downstairs again and have my time.
You get right outside my bedroom door.
Outside the bedroom door in the bonus room. Not a good space to be yelling at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm guilty of that one all the time. Joe saying they define pattern recognition as racist. If we're going as that being racist, we are all super racist.
Yes, agreed. I don't think they know what the definition of racism is anymore.
Jim saying, I'm not racist. I have a colored TV. See, Jim has a colored TV too. Javelin with $5 super chat. I'm white and I like Asian women, but Carney doesn't like Asian girls because he's in bed with China and China aborted. Oh,
that's a bad one.
I can't finish that one, but thank you. Thank you. Trickster with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much for everything you do and for bringing real and truthful news to us all. You know what's funny? I ran into one of my viewers, Mike, at West Edmonton Mall yesterday. And I run into viewers all the time. Like, I don't know what it is that as soon as we moved here, it's like everybody in Spruce Grove all of a sudden
very
watches.
Popular in Spruce Grove.
In fact, my daughter has a friend who, you know, Tiffany had to reach out because they were doing sleepovers and things, reaches out to the parents, and the wife says, you know, Harley's been very vocal that your husband is a YouTuber and that he does politics. And she says, I think my husband watches your husband. So I hear it all the time. And sure enough,
which thank you for
thank you very much for watching. But all of a sudden we have all these viewers in the Spruce area, and it just shocks me because people think now that we moved to Spruce because we like the attention.
No.
I moved to Spruce because I thought it was a gorgeous town. I absolutely love it here. But all of a sudden we start running into viewers all the time. But every time I do, every time I hear from you guys in person about how humbled, I'm humbled, sorry, about how much you enjoy the channel, about people who say that it makes them laugh, it makes them smile. Anytime people tell me stop doing Trump, I really don't like when you do Donald Trump. I think it's terrible. I think it's a terrible impression.
But
It's not on the ball.
The opposite people saying that you do such a wonderful job, and
I have people who tell me that the Donald
it's the mannerisms that you guys can't see.
The Donald has brought out their day. Okay, it's stopped them from thinking negatively. It brought a smile to their face. If I just put one smile on someone's face, it's worth it. It's worth it in spades. That's why I'm here. I'm here because I'm concerned about our country.
Yes.
We all want a better country.
Real news needs to be out there somewhere.
But I'm also here to entertain.
Yeah.
Like people always say, oh, you're wearing goofball clothes.
Be a
You're
show
wearing
monkey.
But Mike pointed out in West Edmonton Mall yesterday, it was very simple to pick you out in the crowd. Because you're the only one who wears these loud clothing items. And in fact, we had a viewer in Spruce Grove who said the same thing in Walmart. I wasn't sure if that was you, but then I saw the clothes. That's why I do it, folks.
I do have to say, it makes it so much easier to find you when I've lost you, because you do wear these.
I do wear wild clothes.
And I think I'm the one that probably got you into
You're the one
those.
who picks them out online and says, what do you think of these? And it's like, yes, order them now. But
there's more on the way.
Life, folks. You get one go around this planet, around the universe. I live on the premise that, yeah, I collect toys. Yeah, I play arcade games. I have some fun. We have some inappropriate laughs from time to time. Not everybody gets my humor, but I'm here to entertain you. I'm here that even in the darkest times, we can sometimes bring a smile to people's faces. And at times where I have to be negative, positively negative.
You're very good at it.
I am a master of my art, and we bring that to the table. But this community, the best community on YouTube, always shows why we do it. And I'm so humbled for everything you guys do.
Yes. Watching
the videos, sharing them out, staying subscribed, resubscribing when YouTube kicks you off.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. Aaron with a $2 super chat, a journey mashup. Don't stop smashing the likes. There you go. Snow with a $5 super chat. Today I learned that smuggling plastic straws is a real moneymaker. Oh, jeez, is it really? Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God, I got Carnage Canny coming in with a $20 super chat. Megan RP and I went camping last week, and 5 new Canadians got their truck stuck in the ditch, and we had to pull it out. You can guess our comments to them. Megan RP will send pictures to Tiffany later.
Please.
Oh my goodness.
Good for you for helping out. I'm so happy you guys had a great week.
Thank you. Megan and Steve are two of our longest viewers. And it's always a pleasure catching up with Megan when she comes to town. And Steve gave me the cowbell, by the way.
Yeah.
Right behind me there, right behind Jordan Peterson's book, Dr. JBP. I don't know if you guys heard, he was diagnosed with an illness this week.
Oh.
He'll be taking it easy for a while. I wish a very speedy recovery to my dear friend, Dr. Jordan Peterson. He's an amazing guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's a wonderful guy. I've had him at Mar-a-Lago. He's a wonderful guy, I got to tell you. Dr. Peterson came in. He counseled me on grabbing women, telling me how to do it properly. No, I'm kidding. I don't want to tarnish Jordan's image like that. He told me about lobsters. I got to tell you, being in Florida, we got a lot of lobsters. Speedy recovery to Dr. Peterson. Oh, John, so we're at 9:30. Can we not get to 1,000? We used to do this without breaking a sweat, guys. Are we not hitting 1,000?
Cowbell increases likes, JD said.
Guess what? I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cowbell.
You know, I just got to say that if there's one thing I got to learn how to do on YouTube, when we mention people like Dr. Peterson and everything going on, it's trying to find, and this is some advice for the chat as well, trying to find some time to break away from the negative and stay in the positive. I know this week, my beautiful Harley celebrated her 11th birthday. And it was the most amazing day to go out with her. My father came into town. We went school shopping because he tries to do it once a year. He likes to take the kids out and buy them some clothes to contribute because he knows, again, families are struggling. Now, he likes to help out every year, but he's been doing that with all of his grandchildren for almost 2 decades now.
Yes.
Keep in mind, I have siblings.
His oldest grandchild 15. So
you know, he tends to participate in that every year. And it was a very difficult day.
Yeah, it was hard for you to see him.
I've talked about what he's going through, and it's really hard because every time I see him, you know, he's pushing so hard to keep his energy up and seem positive. But a 3-hour drive from Calgary to Edmonton does him in. And every time I see him, even though he sounds good on the phone and he sounds good in person, the looks change every single time we meet. And it's just a reminder that things are changing and that they're not always going to be there.
Yeah.
And that the things that we hang on to and sometimes take for granted and don't appreciate, one day will no longer be there. One day, heaven forbid, folks, the lights go out on this channel and it'll cease to exist. But the important thing is that we value the time that we have. We find time that amongst the negative, we can look at the positive. We can enjoy what we have. We can take advantage of what we do have. And for anybody who's worried about Mark Carney, anybody's worried about taxation, who is worried about, you know, groceries, utilities, mortgage payments, there are small pockets of happiness existing in everybody's life. And I would encourage all of you, take a break. Take a break from the YouTubes. Don't take a break from this channel because we got to pay the bills. But take a break from how much time you spend on social media.
Put the phone down.
Put your screens down. Smile. We could be living in a war-torn country. We could live somewhere where you're not allowed to even open your mouth outside. We could live somewhere where all there is to eat is the dirt sitting outside your front door.
And it may happen.
It may happen, but it hasn't yet. And no matter how bleak things get, folks, when we really look at life, it's not that bad. I will be here to bring you the news, to bring you everything that's happening. I look forward to bringing those things to you guys. But I encourage all of you, and it's one thing that I have a very nasty habit of, and I'm going to try to work on fixing. Separate the bad from the good and start looking at the good a little bit more. And that's one of the things we tried to do on tonight's stream. I know I said some negative things about JJ McCullough. He had it coming, but
probably not everything.
we've tried to keep it positive. And it's a reminder here as I kind of wrap up.
There's always good in the bad.
Find the good, folks. Take that step back, breathe, have a coffee, sit down, look out the window, and enjoy a little bit. And enjoy those around you before it's too late. I've taken so many losses by not appreciating the time that I have, that I'm now at a point in my life where I'm starting to realize the days I wish were still around are no longer possible. Don't end up like me. Don't sit regretting the time you didn't take advantage of. Take advantage of it now, if you can. And enjoy those times. Let's get some other honorable mentions that came in, and then we're going to see where the likes are at. Sharon O said the chat has a fever. They did indeed. Joe with the $2 super chat. How does the by-election look for Pierre? We talked about that earlier.
Yeah.
If you need to go back in the stream as soon as it's over. Again, voter turnout is comparable to the federal election, which tells me conservatives are getting out and voting.
Is it something you can report on when it happens next week?
We'll be covering the by-election, folks, and the results here on the channel, so stay with me for that one. Karen, $2 super chat. We can't see the kids, but show the fur babies.
Well, they come and go.
They come and go. They're kind of all over the place.
But yes, when they are here, we'll definitely pop
when they
them
are
out.
here, is the dog here? The dog's not here.
They took off.
He's probably eating the kids' food somewhere or something. Snow with a $5 super chat. This is the best reminder and the best way to spend Friday. I enjoy every Friday I get to spend with you guys.
Yep.
I really do. You know, a lot of people say, they come to me and they say, Fringe, I love my Friday nights. I love being here. And I say in my videos, if you ever watch to the end of them, that I always look forward to talking to you guys each and every week to hear what you have to say outside of making these videos. I still tell Mrs. Fringe, anytime we run into our viewers in public, anytime I read your emails, anytime I get off the Friday night streams, I love my Friday nights. I love Wednesday nights, and I love hearing from like-minded individuals, even the haters in our community. I don't care if you're saying something negative in the comments. I appreciate each and every one of you. Never in a million years did I think I'd be in a position where nearly 1,000 people tune in every single week on multiple streams to hear what I have to say. I look at the YouTube views and see, 30, 40, 50,000 views in a day coming in combined, and start saying that's a couple of stadiums full of people that, whether they like me or hate me, are coming in to hear what comes out of my mouth. I never thought I'd see a day where that would happen.
You're kind of special.
So I'm very grateful.
We'll keep you.
Very grateful for everything that comes our way. And the only reason I mention that isn't to be cringe. I know people are going to say, oh, unacceptable cringe. It's to just point out that I recognize how lucky we've been.
Yeah.
And that I don't take you for granted.
No.
I don't take this audience for granted everywhere. TVT saying, if I look out the window, I see Little India. Look up, you'll see blue skies. That's it. That's the message.
I feel ya.
John with a $10 super chat. Minister Hodgson had to take an oath of allegiance to America to become a naturalized U.S. citizen. Wow. Check it out. I will check it out.
Yeah.
Thank you for the $10 super chat. Are we really at 970? We're that close, folks?
You're not going to make it.
Bradley with a $5 super chat. So we have to wait till November now to get the question on the ballot.
Looks like it.
It's a good thing. Check out my interview with Jeff Rath this afternoon, or go back in this live stream where we're talking about it. There's positives to that. And it's actually in our favor, Bradley. We are winning this. So please go and check that stuff out. You'll get a little extra information on it. Carson El Gringo Grande. Let's do a giveaway on me. We're close enough. Where are the likes at? Where are the likes at? Somebody give me a number right
30
now.
30 likes. We can't get 30 likes?
974. It's close enough. You guys have done your part tonight. Let's do some giveaways. I don't know if Aaron Morrison's still in on his giveaway.
But Carson and we are.
Carson and I am. So let's fire up the old randomizer. Let's get it going. We're going to get 2 people. Again, you don't have to be a member of the Patriots Club for this giveaway, folks. We haven't done a giveaway in 3 streams.
Yeah.
So let's get it going on.
We are close enough.
Sorry.
You need like music or something.
Do 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 do. Hang on. Hang on. Deborah Stevenson. Is Deborah Stevenson still in the chat? Let's start with that one first. We need Deborah Stevenson. $9.86. Look at that. We're still creeping up.
Oh, good, good.
Where is Deborah Stevenson? Oh, VX, that's not very nice.
What?
She's still here. He said Deborah died. She's not here. Sorry, my chat's all jumbled up. Is Deborah Stevenson in the chat still?
You're a millionaire, Deborah.
I've checked her comments. It says that...
There she is right
there
here.
There she is. She's right here. There you go. Deborah, congratulations. You've won the first draw of the night. Congratulations. We'll write down the email to contact in a minute as soon as we finish all of our...
One more giveaway.
Aaron, to the tune of Uprising by the Muse, let's go. I'm assuming that means Aaron's still in on their giveaway. Aaron, what are we giving away on your part? Are we doing another draw, or how are we doing this for the shop, or what are we doing here? So congratulations to Deborah. In the meantime, while we wait to hear from Aaron, oh, there it is. Aaron did 20 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the Patriots Club. So welcome to all 20 of our new members. Thank you so much, Aaron. Wow, that's very generous of you. I really appreciate that, Aaron. You're the man. Thank you for that. And look at that. We're at 993. We're hitting the 1,000.
We are so close.
As we're doing the draws. So that's amazing, guys.
Okay, so we got one more draw.
One more draw to go. Congratulations to Deborah Stevenson. Rock Desert Sun. Is Rock Desert Sun still in the stream? Rock Desert Sun. Look at this. Harry gifting 10 unacceptable Fringe memberships to the chat. Thank you so much. Very generous. Welcome to all 10 of our new members.
Well, Deborah says she never wins anything. Well, you have today. I'm very happy for you.
Scott with $1.49 super sticker. Thank you so much. Rock Desert Sun. There is Rock Desert Sun.
Go.
So Rock Desert Sun and Deborah Stevenson, congratulations. You are both tonight's giveaway winners. Head over to Unacceptable Fringe YT, as in YouTube. Unacceptable Fringe YT at gmail.com. Get yourself...
Sorry, nails are too long to use this keyboard. There we go.
There we go. Get yourself something nice.
I saw $9.99 there.
We're at $9.99. Look, we hit 1,000.
We're one like away to really
We hit 1,000 as soon as we were giving things away. Go over to unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com. Head into our shop from one of our other videos. You'll see the shop just below the video. Head over to the shop, or maybe Mike can throw up the link to the shop in the chat. Pick out any item of choice that you would like, whether it's a t-shirt, a hoodie,
a hat,
a mug, whatever you like. If it's a clothing item, make sure to grab a screenshot of the item you want with the size, color, as well as your shipping information. If you're unable to get a screenshot, the name of the item, the color, as well as the size, and again, your shipping information in full, and I will get those items sent out to you guys as soon as possible. Please keep in mind you have 24 hours to reach me at unacceptablefringeyt@gmail.com for me to order those. Thank you so much again for Carson.
Congratulations to our winners. That is amazing.
Yeah, thank you for giving that away. Thank you to Aaron for pitching in. Thank you for Harry for giving away memberships.
And Aaron.
And for all of our amazing viewers who joined us in the live stream tonight. Thank you for getting us to the 1,000 likes. I'm glad we finally hit it.
And Derek wasn't here to tell us we couldn't.
He wasn't here. He'll chime in later, I'm sure. But keep in mind, folks, it's not that the stream's falling apart that we didn't hit the 1,000. It's summer. People are out enjoying themselves. Again, they're finding the good things to do, and that's never a bad thing. The views still come in and trickle in. We still get the same views we do. So please don't think by the 1,000 likes taking its time that we're in by any needs of dire straits.
But thank you for spending your Friday night with us.
We love
our
Friday nights here with the channel. We love Friday nights with the community. Don't forget to join me this Wednesday for Unhinged Fringe. Celtic Canuck and Matt will be joining me once again. We're going to be talking about a lot of things, a whole lot of things going on in politics.
Awesome
it's going to be,
have the three personalities together. I love it. It's a great show.
It's great that the Unacceptable Avengers have assembled.
Oh my God, that's what you should call yourself. Sorry, I got too excited.
It's so good to have all three of us in there. I'm looking forward. A little chaos this last week, but we're finding our footing. We'll find our groove. Come join us in those streams. Again, they start at the same time as this one, 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, here on the channel. Tune in tomorrow if you want to see the shit show that was the Alberta Next panel in Edmonton. You guys will not believe what happened there. It was absolute chaos. You'll want to check that out tomorrow morning when that video drops. Huge shout out to everybody who super chatted tonight, who became members. I'm sorry if I missed some at the end there. I see them coming in. I got to hit them. I got to hit them before we go. I don't want to leave anybody waiting. Or thinking that I ignored them. Snow with the $2 super chat. Thanks for the smokes and laughs tonight, everyone. We really appreciate you guys. You guys are fantastic.
Yes.
Take care of yourselves this weekend. Again, enjoy some of the lighter things. Leave the negativity behind. Smile on the face, folks. Things are looking up. Things are going to get better in the fall. Join me in the fall for Question Period Live. It's going to be amazing. You're going to have a new place to go to watch Question Period. Isn't that great? Another positive to look forward to. Keep your eyes on the channel throughout the weekend for more content and into the week, folks. I'll see you in Wednesday's live stream. From Mrs. Fringe and myself, keep your stick on the ice, ladies and gentlemen. Don't just have a great night. Have an unacceptable Albertan night. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.